Hey everybody, coming to you today here with another Bible review. This time we're going to be looking at a Bible from Tyndale, and it comes in several different formats, but these are all thin lines. This is a thin line New Living Translation. Here is a large print thin line New Living Translation and a large print King James Version. Now I wanted to do these all together because the insides are all the same. The only difference are going to be is, of course, this one is going to be a little bit smaller text than the large prints, and they're going to have different covers on them. But other than that, everything's going to be the same. The words of Christ are in red. They're Smith sewn. They have cross references, and they all have the Filament app. Now, if you're not familiar with this, Tyndale came out a little while ago, maybe about a year, maybe 2 years ago, with a study Bible. It was the Filament Bible, and it was a single column formatted Bible, but it had a application that you could download for Android or for Apple. And what you would do was you would scan the page number, and it would have all the information on it, just like a study Bible would. So these are great. I love the fact that they've come up with this and added this into their large print thin line editions, because you have basically a study Bible in a thin line Bible. Great little resources. So as you can see here, this one is a teal colored binding, and we'll look at all of these together. It does have some little silver designs. The King James Version is a two-tone black and brown, or chestnut, and then the large print New Living Translation thin line is a black binding on the outside. So let me get these set over here, open them up, and we will look at them all together. Try to keep these reviews under 10 minutes. That's what most of you say that you would rather have. Okay, so you can see here, this is the thin line, regular size. It's got a true tone cover. All three of these are true tone colors. This one's black. This one's the brown and the black, or the brown and the chestnut. So you can see here it says Tyndale Holy Bible King James Version. This one Tyndale Holy Bible New Living Translation. And then this one has the same. This one has a design with little square designs to it. So let me flip them up. This one's got silver gilding, this one's got gold, and this one's got silver. They're all three paste down liners, and they're all three Smith sewn. Now, as far as that goes, I'm going to lay this other one to the side, and we're going to look at these two. Now, the text on this one, of course, is going to be a lot smaller. This is probably about a 9, I'm going to guess. And then the text in this large print, I'm going to say is probably a 10 or a 10.5. Pretty good size. There's not a lot of bleed through and ghosting on these. The paper's actually pretty decent. As you can see, they're both double column paragraph format. These are not verse by verse. Or actually, the King James is verse by verse. I'm sorry, I was thinking this was the New Living Translation, but the King James Version is a verse by verse Bible. But it's double column, and this one's verse by verse, this one's paragraph. There's no references except here at the bottom right. And then here's your page number, and this is where the Filament app comes in. You take your phone, and the camera comes on, and you point it on this. If I had another phone, I could show you. I think the last time I did a review on the first Filament Bible, I used my wife's phone. But it's a neat little app. But as we flip through it here, you can see the words of Christ are in red in the King James, and the words of Christ are red in the New Living Translation as well. So I think both of these were printed in China. I should have looked at that before. Yep, printed in China. And then when you get back here toward the back, there's not a whole lot to these. Like I said, they're just standard thinline Bibles, but the Filament app makes it completely different because you have the page numbers and it pulls up and has all the study Bible notes in that. And so here's a Tyndale verse finder in the back, and then a visual overview of the Bible, a couple of little maps, actually several maps in the back of this. Gives you kind of a timeline. There's Paul's missionary journeys, and then the back, of course, is your ISB. So just wanted to do kind of a quick review on this. Like I said, the King James Version is a verse-by-verse format. The rest of them are going to be your paragraph format, but identical. Everything on the inside of these. Real quick, I'll show you here. On the box it says, buy the Bible, download the app, experience the filaments. It works with phones and tablets. And so that's basically what it is. 25,000 plus study notes, 350 plus videos, 40 plus maps, 400 and plus profiles and articles, and 1,500 plus devotions on that app. So great little resource. If you haven't checked out one of the Filament Bibles, do so. I'm excited to see that they've got them coming in some different formats. And so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.